I think we're going to get this thing started. And, this is the third time this beautiful city has hosted the All-Star Game. First time it'll be in Truist Park. And with it being 7,000 degrees outside, I think this is going to be the best All-Star week of all time. Tonight's Home Run Derby is going to be one that they're going to talk about for the next 500 years. The starting pitchers for these All-Star games are going to put on a performance that they'll talk about whenever my great-great-great-grandkids are roaming this glorious earth. And it is my honor to be the host of this particular press conference. We'll get to your questions at some point. Cannot wait to hear them. Make them good, because we got living legends with us. On that note, allow me to introduce the four men that you see sitting on this stage, the four men that are going to set the tone for this entire All-Star week. To my right, living legend, World Series champion, manager of the NL All-Star team. From the Los Angeles Dodgers, skipper Dave Roberts. Good to see you, buddy. No pop from the media. Unbelievable. Sitting next to him is the starting pitcher for the National League. He's the first ever Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher to be the starter in the All-Star game in back-to-back years. He's the 10th ever NL pitcher to start back-to-back years. He's the savior of Pittsburgh 3-4 years from now. Handsome LSU national champion Paul Skenes is here. Hey, babe, Paul. Way to go, Paul. And to my left, ladies and gentlemen, he has one of the hardest jobs in sports. He's the manager of the Pinstripes. He's a man who my friend Ty Schmidt literally lives and dies with every single day. The AL manager. Ladies and gentlemen, Skip and Boone. A little bit more clap for you. A little bit more clap for you. And a man who I was just speaking to a little bit ago is built perfectly for the position in which he plays. In his uniform, he looks fantastic. When he pitches, he has filthy moxie. Ladies and gentlemen, saving the city of Detroit, pitcher Tarik Skubal. Good work, buddy. Now, to get this thing started, I believe we need the starting lineups. We will start first with the National League with Skipper Roberts.
All right, for the National League, obviously, Pat mentioned Paul Skenes is going to be our starter. Leading off, designated hitter Shohei Ohtani. Batting second, playing left field, Atlanta's own Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting third, playing second base, Ketel Marte from Arizona. Batting fourth, playing first base, making a little homecoming, Freddie Freeman. Batting fifth, playing third base from San Diego, Manny Machado. Batting sixth, doing the catching from Los Angeles, Will Smith. Batting seventh, playing right field, Chicago Cubs, Kyle Tucker. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, switch bat from the Mets, Francisco Lindor. And batting ninth, making his first All-Star appearance, roaming center field, Pete Crow Armstrong from the Chicago Cubs.
Okay, a lot of tough decisions there. And thank you for making those hard decisions, including the starting pitcher. Paul Skenes will be on the mound. Why was that the case for the National League?
I think for me it was easy, in the sense of obviously what Paul's done with performance should override and supersede anything, which he's done that. I think that when you're talking about the game where it's at, these two guys on stage with me, along with myself and Aaron, are guys that you can root for, are super talented, are going to be the faces of this game for years to come. And so for me to have Paul represent the National League, and as you said, Pat, the first and only Pirates pitcher to ever do that in back-to-back games, All-Star games, unprecedented, and it wouldn't surprise me if he does it next year as well. But it's an honor to have him toe the rubber for the National League.
Hell yeah, I cannot wait to watch. Thank you for what you're doing for Pittsburgh, Paul. And I know this is like the event that you look forward to most, Paul. You say, give me the most amount of cameras, the most amount of lights, and the most amount of microphones, and that is exactly where I want to be. So thank you for coming out to this moment here, this press conference. But if you could, in a very uncomfortable way, I assume, because you hate compliments, could you talk about being named the starter for the All-Star team for the second straight year and what that means to you?
Yeah, it's a huge honor. So thank you, Doc, for giving that to me. It's the All-Star game is something that I think for myself, I was lucky enough to do it last year. I don't imagine a scenario where I would turn down starting the All-Star game. And it's just such a huge honor to be on this stage and play with all these unbelievable players. Some of them that I've watched for years, and to be able to share a field with them is an awesome experience. So great to be back.
We're thankful and lucky you're here, brother. And great answer there. Nailed it. Now, we must go to the American League. Manager Boone, will you please reveal your starting lineup, please?
I will. We're going to lead off with Gleyber Torres of the Detroit Tigers. He's had an outstanding year for what's been the best record in the American League so far, the Detroit Tigers, and he's been a tone setter for them at the top, getting on base at an amazing clip. Riley Green, another young star for the Tigers. He'll bat second in left field. Our captain in New York, the reigning MVP, Aaron Judge, will bat third and play right field. Cal Raleigh will catch and bat fourth, obviously in the middle of an amazing season. 38 home runs for a catcher in the first half of the season is hard to fathom. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., one of the game's feared hitters and becoming a regular at this event every single year, will be batting fifth and playing first base. Ryan O'Hearn will be our DH and batting sixth. He's put together now a couple really outstanding seasons with the Baltimore Orioles. Junior Caminero, the young slugger for the Tampa Bay Rays, will bat seventh and play third base for us. Javier Baez, in the middle of a resurgent season, has really just done really remarkable things this year, considering some tough seasons he's come off, playing center field from the Detroit Tigers and batting ninth with his .332 batting average, and his outstanding defensive shortstop is the young Jacob Wilson. So really excited to go at it with these guys tomorrow night, and obviously to be able to give the ball to Tarik Skubal, one of the game's true aces, coming off a Cy Young season last year, and then just continuing that dominance in the first half of the season. 10-1 strikeout to walk ratio. 152 strikeouts now, 16 walks. Two things really hard to wrap your head around, but I think just speaks to his not only ability to command the baseball, but to do it in a dominant fashion. I can't wait to see him go get us off on a good note tomorrow night. But excited to go at it with this group tomorrow night and do it in Hotlanta.
Hell yeah. And Tarik, reigning Cy Young, and you're the first Tigers pitcher to start in the All-Star game in 12 years. I have a friend, Evan Fox, who loves the Tigers from the Michigan area. Obviously, there's been a few runs, but you put them back on the map, put them on your back, literally and figuratively. How does it feel to do that for like a city like Detroit? And do you think this is, or why do you think this is your best stuff right now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take credit for what our team's been able to do. We've got a great roster. Obviously, we're pretty well represented at this game, so I think it speaks to a lot of guys in the room. I just play my role, which is pitch, and it's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to have the trust of those guys in the clubhouse that every time I go out, they think we're going to win. I think that's probably the coolest thing about all this.
What are your thoughts on the All-Star game as a whole? Obviously, it's a very storied thing in this world, but in sports as a whole, the Midsummer Classic is wonderful. What are your thoughts on this week and what it means for baseball?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a ton of fun. I mean, anytime you get to be in a clubhouse with the game's best and go against, the game's best on the other side, it makes for a great product, and I hope the fans appreciate that this really is the game's best players, and it's an honor to share the room with them. Yeah,
and in baseball, you have to throw strikes.
No doubt.
Like, you can't just, not tackle somebody. Like, you have to do it.
Yeah, no doubt.
You can get smoked out there, boys, both of you.